So I don't know what she did, really, while she was there. I suppose she was just waiting. Waiting? For the baby to be born. They come when they want. I see. Did she ever notice you, Signora? No. I've got curtains, you see, and that place doesn't. And the calle is so dark that you can't really see into the windows on the other side. But about 2 years ago, whenever it was, they put one of those new street lamps just across from her place, so it's always light there at night. I don't know how people stand them. We sleep with our shutters closed, but if you didn't have them, I don't know how you'd get a decent night's sleep, do you? Not at all, Signora. You said you never saw her husband, but did you ever see any other people in there with her? Sometimes, but always at night. Well, in the evening, just after dinner. Not that I ever saw her cook anything. But she must have, mustn't she? Or someone must have taken her food. You have to eat when you're pregnant. Why, I ate like a wolf when I was expecting my boys, so I'm sure she must have eaten, only I never saw her cook anything. But you can't just leave a pregnant woman in a place and not feed her, can you? Certainly not, Signora. And who was it you saw in the apartment with her? Sometimes men would come in and sit around the table in the kitchen and talk. They smoked, so they'd open the window. How many men, Signora? 3. They sat in the kitchen at the table with the light on, and they talked. In Italian, Signora? Let me think. Yes, they spoke Italian, but they weren't us. I mean, they weren't Venetian. I didn't know the dialect, but it wasn't Veneziano. And they just sat at the table and talked? Yes. And the girl? I never saw her, not while they were there. After they left, sometimes she would come out into the kitchen and maybe get a glass of water. At least, I'd see her at the window. But you didn't speak to her? No, as I told you, I never had anything to do with her or with those men. I just watched her and wished she'd eat something. I was so hungry when I was pregnant with Luca and Pietro. I ate all the time, but I was lucky that I never gained too much. Did the men eat, Signora? Eat? Why, no, I don't think they ever did. That's strange now, isn't it, now that you mention it? They didn't drink anything either. They just sat there and talked, like they were waiting for a vaporetto or something. After they left, sometimes she'd go into the kitchen, but she never turned the light on. That was the funny thing. She never turned the lights on at night. Not anywhere in the apartment, at least anywhere I could see. I could see the men sitting there, but I saw her only during the day, or sometimes when she walked past the window at night. And then what happened? Then one night I heard her calling out, but I didn't know what she was saying. One of the words might have been Mamma, but I'm not really sure. And then I heard the baby. You know the noise they make when they're born? Nothing like it in the world. I remember when Luca was born. Was anyone else there? What? When? When she had the baby. I didn't see anyone, if that's what you mean. But there must have been someone. You can't just leave a girl to have a baby on her own, can you? At the time, Signora, did you wonder why she was living in the apartment alone? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I thought her husband was away, or that she didn't have one, and then the baby came too fast for her to get to the hospital. It's only a few minutes to the hospital from there, Signora, isn't it? I know, but it can happen. You know that it comes on you very fast? My 2 boys took a long time, but I've known women who had only a half hour or an hour, so I figured that's what happened with her. I heard her, and then I heard the baby, and then I didn't hear anything. And then what happened, Signora? The next day, or maybe it was the day after that, I don't remember, I saw another woman standing at the open window and talking on the telefonino. In Italian, Signora? In Italian? Wait a minute. Yes, it was Italian. What did she say? Something like, everything's fine, we'll see one another in Mestre tomorrow. Can you describe this woman, Signora? You mean what she looked like? Yes. Oh, let me think a minute. She was about the same age as my daughter-in-law. She's 38, dark hair, cut short, tall like my daughter-in-law, but perhaps not as thin as she is. But as I told you, I saw her only for...